Good morning. Oh my goodness, another whistleblower. This time, Jonathan's cousin and Joni's own nephew. This letter came into Laura Lynn Tyler Thomas, and she has posted it on YouTube, and I will post the link to the entire video. But we are going to listen to what Jonathan's cousin, Joni's nephew, has to say about his own aunt and working for Daystar and everything that happens behind the scenes. I'm telling you right now that more people will be coming forward.
This man essayed Susie, and in a very shocking way, and for some reason, the night that I spoke with Joni Lamb, Joni Lamb, to use the way that Daystar refers to her. The night that I spoke with Joni Lamb, when my broadcast was going up, she, for some reason, brought in the chiropractor. And she said he was a good man.
I'm starting to get the vibe that Joni Lamb is a cover for like a sick satanic cult. But in order to understand my thinking on that, you're going to have to understand how satanic cults operate and how there are real Christian organizations that are satanic cults. So I'm going to dig up that old information because it goes back to the 80s. It goes back further than that, but I have video from the 80s. But oh my goodness, this is so infuriating. Like, okay, I don't have words.
So they begin with their experience with that same chiropractor when they worked at Daystar. For years, we walked in quiet, seldom sharing our experiences. This is not out of revenge. We could have done this a long time ago. We wanted peace for our family. For us to get back in it feels like we are risking so much of the peace that we fought so hard for. Our desire has been to walk in love and forgiveness while being obedient to the Lord. The decision to share our story has come after much prayer, and we believe is relevant in light of everything that has been revealed by Jonathan and Susie. I am Joni's nephew and Jonathan's cousin, and this is now the gentleman speaking. I came to work at Daystar in 2015 and worked there until spring of 2021. During my time there, the chiropractor would work on various family members and employees in the Daystar green room. I was warned by Joni that anytime he worked on one of the young women, another person should be present, usually the husband. I wasn't too alarmed about this initially because that seemed like a good idea for any adult male working on young women to have accountability present. So I was present anytime he worked on my wife. At first, this wasn't a problem. Later, however, the chiropractor started to voice irritation at my presence during my wife's adjustments. During some adjustments, he would make multiple comments about my wife's body. Then he texted me that he wanted to buy me and my wife dinner and said he wanted us to come swimming afterward at his house. He told and texted me to remind me that he wanted my wife to be sure to bring her swimsuit. We were alarmed and concerned and alerted Joni. These incidents were prior to Susie's alleged abuse. So this is very interesting. Some things were happening that were so alarming that they felt they should let Joni know about this same chiropractor. And in spite of that, in spite of the building of odd behavior, very strange, a chiropractor shouldn't be making any personal remarks about anyone's body. Whether the husband's present or not is just inappropriate. And especially in light of a husband being right there, this guy, he's a weirdo. Plain and simple. And it's beginning to be noted. And I'm pretty sure they weren't putting out the vibes that they wanted to go to his house and have a swim. But he just had to keep on going with that. So we'll move on to another thing that happened. Marketing to prayer experience from my wife's perspective. So this is the young lady now speaking. I worked in marketing under Rachel for almost a year. The people who worked in marketing as a whole were very nice, but it was very tense and stressful when Rachel was around. And it was not what I would consider.
Okay, and here we go again. Here we go again. How many times now have we heard how awful Rachel is. And as we see her on X with all of her troll accounts, the way she spits the most vile things from her mouth, there is something absolutely wrong with Rachel. I guarantee you, I can promise you that more people are going to come forward with terrible stories about how awful it was being around Rachel and the awful things that she was involved in. Because do not forget, someone else came on and said that she used to make very inappropriate remarks at a young age about the inappropriate things that she was involved in. Let's put it like that. We'll get back to that later.
Consider a healthy work environment. It was similar to other people's testimonies that we have seen here on this very show. The environment became increasingly more toxic. I scheduled a meeting with Rachel to respectfully share my concerns. In addition to the toxic work environment, she made fun of a close family member of mine a couple of times in front of staff. And there was no accountability for her. My husband and I shared the work environment issues with Joni, which we were quickly shut down and accused of being judgmental. Things continued to deteriorate, and I started to notice the effect the stress was having on my body, so I decided to step down from marketing. Now, this is very similar to testimonies we have already had regarding Rachel and the complete nightmare that she is. A complete power-hungry, stressful, nasty bullying person. So if you ever go work at Daystar, you might expect this to show up.
Yeah, so that's crazy, but I am not surprised. I know more things are going to come forward regarding Rachel, rotten Rachel Lamb, and I apologize if that's offensive to some people. I'm working on being a better person as far as not wanting to be mean to bullies, because I've always been that way. I've never liked bullies. And Rachel Lamb is one of the biggest bullies ever. Like physically, I know that she knows better, but because they have the money to bully everybody that works for them, it's disgusting. So what she has been doing to Jonathan and Susie online is infuriating. And to hear all of these people coming forward, I knew this was going to happen. So I encourage you to come forward, contact Laura, Lynn, Tyler Thomas. You can email me if you want to. If you just want somebody to speak for you and tell your story, I can do that for you, even though I'm really new to this and I don't know what I'm doing. But contact somebody and put your story out there. Do not stay silent. Do not be afraid. Please do not stay silent.